I fell in love with the country the first time I came up here. That's always been a dream, to have children, to catch the lightning bugs in the middle of the night, play with the toads and, all that wonderful kids stuff. I joined the military when I was 18, and unfortunately, I hurt my back while I was in the Navy. The more I worked, the more I lifted, the more I did, the worse and worse it got, and I absolutely had to have surgery. The VA gave me counsel that I shouldn't have children because of my back. I went ahead and got a tubal ligation. It crushed me because every hope and dream I ever had revolved around a family and children. I met my husband, and he still had this gleam in his eye, and you could see the want to have a kid. I did some research, and I started seeing that a lot of women who've had spinal fusion have successfully carried children. So I started calling other hospitals and doctors' offices, and I got a hold of Dr. Gallagher's office.
Samantha had authorization through the Veterans Administration to have a procedure called a microtubal reanastomosis, but her options were very limited. There aren't a lot of physicians that actually perform this surgery.
And I said, well, I'd like to have my tubes untied. And he said, well, we had just taken that off the surgical list. He had a smirk on his face and he said, but I bet you I can get it approved.
In Samantha's case, we were confident that we'd be able to open at least one tube using minimally invasive techniques with the aid of the robot. And in fact, at the end of the surgery, we were able to open both of her tubes. The best chance of conceiving is usually the first 6 months after surgery. So we then sit back and hope and wait.
It was about 7 months. We were starting to get a little worried that, there was something else going on. I had felt a little bit different that month, and I go into the bathroom and I take the pregnancy test, and I immediately start crying. I go running into the bedroom where my husband's asleep, and I wake him up screaming, and my husband thought that I wasn't pregnant and it was another letdown. And I said, no. I said, baby, we're gonna have a baby. After such a long and arduous trip, holding your firstborn child for the first time, it's just amazing. Me and my husband are happier than we have ever been in our entire lives. And about 3 months ago, nature took its course, and Charlie is gonna be a big brother. Honestly, it's all thanks to Dr. Gallagher and Aurora BayCare.